Okay guys, this is Chaos, the female OBT. Let's see if she'll come out. There she comes. There you are, big girl. See if we can turn her for you without her taking off. Nope, not gonna happen. So we can get you over here anyway. There she is. She's been hanging out up top for about 4 or 5 days now. Right at the very edge of her burrow, so that kind of indicates that I'm in the mood for food. If she comes back out, we'll try and get her with the lid off. Now that she's got food, maybe she'll come up top and we can get a really good look at her. Okay, I don't know how long this one's going to take, so we may have to do some editing out of this one, if it even eats at all. This is the Cereopagopus lividus, female. She's got a burrow right here in the back corner. She has not eaten since she molted, so we're going to throw her a nice size red runner in there and see if she'll come out for it. Or if the stupid roach will just go down the burrow. Yeah, come back out. Come back out. Okay, I know you really can't see much, but you can see the spider moving. The roach just kind of went down in the burrow and said, "Eat me." So that's the spider obliged. You get a lot of lazy fossorial species that will just wait till something crawls down in their burrow and come and get it. This is definitely one of them. And you could just see some of the movement right there. I know you can't see her real good. These guys you just don't see very often. I was kind of thrilled when I rehoused her because I got an opportunity to see her, and then find the molt and realize that she's definitely a female. So okay. Oh, I missed a takedown. This is the Salmopaeus cambridgei. I wasn't actually quite sure that I actually got the red runner in there, to be honest with you, so I was kind of looking around before I hit the record button. But yeah, so this is his first feed since molting. See if he'll do a little bit of work for us anyway. His molt's still underneath him. I really have no aspiration to climb in there and get it. Well, I'm not going to climb in there. I wouldn't fit, but get the tweezers in there and get it, because you can see what he's done. Again, I showed you this the other day. He's made a perfect web funnel all the way down, and that's where he's sitting, at the bottom of the enclosure. You guys ready to feed some tarantulas? I am. Well, apparently I already have, right? Stay tuned. Okay, so with this one, we're going to play Your Guess Is As Good As Mine. I imagine we're going to come out right in that area, but I'm not really sure what this spider's going to do. This is the Salmopaeus armenia that I do believe is a female. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, pretty quick. Let's see if we can see her back here maybe. Nope, she doesn't come all the way back down. See, she's got it dug all the way out underneath. There she is. She dug it all out from underneath here. So this is a pretty good indicator. If you saw what the Salmopaeus cambridgei has done, and then you take the armenia, I've always found armenia to dig a little bit more than most Salmopaeus. I have not found that with my pulkers whatsoever. They seem to prefer to be up higher. The armenia and cambridgei seem to like down lower. They are arboreal, don't get me wrong, but they do seem to like to stay down lower for an extended period of time in their life than they do actually hanging out on cork bark up higher. So don't be afraid of slings to just put them in a pot of dirt, because they will just dig a hole just like any other sling. They will definitely dig a hole and be perfectly fine there. You could throw in a small piece of cork bark if you wish. They'll just end up webbing around it, making a dirt curtain and digging a hole anyway. So this one's probably right in the 2-inch mark-ish, somewhere around that area. So you can see what this one's done. It's got a lot of room. I want to experiment with this species. I already talked to Amy about it. Hopefully she has a successful egg sac with them, but what I'd like to do is keep a few of them at one time. What I want to do is 3, and keep them set 3 different ways. One just fossorial, where all that's in there is dirt, and see what it does throughout its life. I had a friend that raised a female, and she raised it in just a box of dirt, nothing else. There was a piece of cork bark that she put on the ground, like you would a terrestrial species, and that's what the armenia did. It didn't web in a corner anywhere. It dug a hole and lived there. So I want to kind of experiment with that. One strictly in an arboreal setup with very, very limited dirt, just enough to cover the bottom, and see how it reacts that way. And then keep one in a normal terrestrial, fossorial, arboreal setup like this one, and see how the 3 of them grow in those different types of enclosures and those different atmospheres. So we're going to give that a shot sometime, hopefully maybe next year. Okay, here's another old world terrestrial or fossorial, whatever you want to call it. This is the Ornithoctonus oreotibialis. Back here is where the tarantula is. It's been up top lately. If you remember, I rehoused it into this, and it made a, basically it's made a, I'll show you. There's the burrow underneath the cork bark coming from this end and coming up in the corner. It likes to come up in the corner and hang out. That's where it's waiting for prey. It was just up there, so I was like, let's go ahead and feed it. We're going to throw 2 small crickets in there. The abdomen of this little dude or this little gal is pretty small, so let's see what happens. Hopefully the spider will actually come up and grab the crickets instead of the crickets just going down there and say, eat me. You can see the legs. There we go. We got one there. Okay, pretty happy with that. I like when spiders I haven't seen eat in a while eat. Not that this one hasn't, it's just I haven't seen it, you know what I mean? It's one of those deals where you just don't get an opportunity to actually witness the tarantula come up and grab food, but you know that it's eating because the food is gone. And you can see the burrow there in the corner. Somewhat, right? Right there. And it comes straight up back that way underneath the cork bark. Okay, well we have a handful more I'd like to do, so let's let's give them a shot and see. These are tarantulas that have molted recently, or been rehoused recently. So let's move on. Okay, so this is the Grammostola grossa. We're going to try and feed this one. Hopefully this one will now feed. It hasn't fed forever, and then it molted, and I'm hoping that it'll actually eat now. There we go. Thank the Lord. This one went quite a long time without eating. If you actually look at it from this angle, and actually looking at it from other angles, it almost looks like an LP baby. But it does have the urticating patch in the back, so see if we can get close up. Fuzzy. By the way, Chaos never came back out of her burrow. The OBT and the C. lividus didn't come out either. They just kept their prey down below and on our eating. As we speak, we have the Selenocosmia cavoriki we're going to try and feed. Also the Sericopelma rubronitans. Those would be the last two that I feed. We might try and feed the vinegaroon. That one hasn't eaten in a little while, so we'll probably try to feed it. I was thinking it was getting close to molting. That's why I wanted to hold back on the feedings a little bit, but it hasn't molted, so I do want to at least give it the opportunity to try and have something to eat. If it doesn't eat it, then it doesn't eat it. But okay. Okay, so here's the Sericopelma rubronitans. This is one that I got as a gift from Amy through Ruth. Ruth produced these. Amy got it for me when she was in Tinley last fall. And here it is. It's molted twice. It's gaining some size. It's crazy eater, you'll see. See what I mean? Absolutely insane. If you see when it ran to the back there, all I did was tap the vial. The vial was roughly about 5 inches above the enclosure, so she tried attacking basically maybe a difference in air pressure by me tapping on the vial there. Oop, losing our height. She's got to move. Although she seems to be pretty comfortable in here. She likes her rock, so I'm not going to be too overly concerned about getting her moved right away. Try to turn her just a little bit so you guys can maybe see a little bit of her action. Maybe I could actually pause you and then bring you up. Okay, I know it's a little bit difficult because you got the shadow in there, but she's doing some work. We're going to feed one more, which would be the Ephiopus rufescens. That will be where we end. Hopefully we'll get a good quick shot of that one flying out of its burrow and grabbing something. It's been a little bit since I've fed that one. The Ephiopus cyanognathus looks to be in premolt, really large abdomen. So the last 2 times I fed it, it didn't take food, but I left the roach in the last time, so I'm assuming that the roach is gone. So it most likely ate it. But as of looking right now, I don't want to feed that one at all. Okay, let me grab the Ephiopus rufescens and try to corral another red runner, and we'll end there. Okay, this is another one that I've had to start feeding with the lid on because of how insanely fast it is. This is the Ephiopus rufescens, the burgundy skeleton leg, although I don't even know if they get skeleton legs, but we're going to throw a red runner in there, and hopefully it'll come out the front. There's a back entrance. We could scan back or slide back a little bit if you want. Hopefully we can get a view either way. So here's the back entrance here. You can see the front entrance there. I'll apologize in advance if the roach runs right down into the burrow, but we definitely will end it here, as you just saw, right down. Oh, there we go. There we go. And right back in. We didn't get a chance to see it, unfortunately. You can see the spider going crazy down there now. It's probably closer to the front of its burrow. Yeah, it's up front now. So what it does is generally, I can't believe it came out the backside that time. Well, I guess I can because the roach went in there. But that spider's probably been hungry for probably a good 5 or 6 days. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video prior to this one, because that one was kind of funny. It was actually filmed during this set, but I decided to put it as a separate video just because, you know, I mean, how can you not, right? So let me know what you guys think. If there's anything you guys would like to see. It's not like I'm grasping for straws at videos, but I'm having a hard time doing some of the things that I want to do. I have the Venezuela thumbnail, but I can't get footage of either one of my Venezuelan spiders. That's what's holding me up. So we might skip Venezuela and go back to Chile like I was going to do in the first place. So, you know, we have Grammostola species Mall, we have the Grammostola species North, we have the Portery, we have the Rosea, we have the Chilean gold dust, the Acanthognathus franki, we have the Eualthus species of red. I believe those are the gist of my Chilean spiders. So anyway, thanks for watching. I wish we could. This one's going to move. We're going to move this one. That's going to be a treat. But we are going to move this one into one of the longer type of enclosures, like the Ephebopus Murinus is in, one of the display or the card display cases. And I want to try and build it so it's more of like an embankment type of deal. So we'll have real low substrate on one end of it, real high substrate on the other end of it, and then put a burrow right in the middle so it looks like you're on an embankment of a road. That's what I'd like to do, and that's what we're going to try to do with the Ephebopus Murinus when we move her to a new enclosure. I'd like to get another Zoomed Bulgarium for her, and build that embankment like I want to there. I may have to build some type of model, so I have an idea of how I want to do it. But I've seen some really cool enclosure setups for E. Murinus, and I really like the one, so I'm going to try and replicate that the best I can. So anyway, you guys know what to do with the bell and the like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Comments down below. I think that's it. So we'll see you soon. Happy keeping.